Korea's rival political parties have weighed in on the result of 2 days of early voting for local elections on June 4th. After the National Election Commission released the details earlier this Sunday, the focus was on how many people from which age group took part. Our Kwon So-hwa has more.
After a whopping 11.5% of Korea's eligible voters cast ballots during 2 days of early voting for the upcoming local elections, attention now is focused on which age groups had the best turnout. Voter turnout was the highest at nearly 16% among the youngest voting group, who usually tend to be progressive. They were followed by those in their 60s at 12%, who tend to lean conservative. Turnout was lower among voters in their 30s and 40s. The turnout was similar for voters in their 20s and 30s combined and for those in their 50s and above. Neither the ruling nor main opposition party seemed to be satisfied with the figures.
It's hard to tell which party will benefit the most from the early voting turnout. A narrow-minded analysis by politicians could lead voters to misjudge the situation.
However, the ruling Saenuri party did express its concerns about the high voter turnout among young people, while the main opposition New Politics Alliance for Democracy said the number isn't actually that high, considering that the majority of the country's 35,000 soldiers are part of the 16% of people who voted in advance.
Overall, the voter turnout among those in their 30s and 40s is low. We're keeping an eye on that, as a percentage is 2.5% to 3% lower than that of those in their 50s and 60s.
Experts say the party's official statements on the early voting turnout seem like a typical strategy to boost support in the days before an election. Kwon So-hwa, Arirang News.